Captain Elias Marlowe was an experienced sailor who had spent his entire life at sea. He was known for his confidence and belief in his own skills, often dismissing the idea of a higher power influencing his fate. One day, while sailing the Aurora across the North Atlantic, the weather took a turn for the worse. Dark clouds gathered, and strong winds began to blow, making even the most seasoned sailors uneasy. Despite the looming storm, Elias trusted his expertise to navigate through it. As the storm intensified, massive waves crashed against the ship, and the crew struggled to keep control. Suddenly, a huge wave swept over the deck, knocking Elias into the raging sea. Cold and exhausted, he fought to stay afloat, fear creeping into his mind. After hours of battling the waves, fatigue threatened to pull him under. In his desperation, Elias whispered into the stormy darkness, "If there is a God, help me now." At that moment, he noticed a faint light on the horizon. Gathering his remaining strength, Elias swam toward the light. As he got closer, the light grew brighter, guiding him until he felt sand beneath his hands. He had reached the shore of a deserted island, but the source of the light was nowhere to be seen. Days turned into weeks as Elias searched for food and fresh water, his hope fading with each passing day. One evening, he saw a distant glow coming from the island's interior. Curious and hopeful, he decided to investigate. Making his way through thick bushes, he found an old lighthouse, its walls worn and covered in vines. The light that had guided him was now extinguished, and the lantern room was empty and cold. Puzzled, Elias wondered how the lighthouse had shone its light without a keeper. Determined to solve the mystery, he explored the lighthouse and found a journal belonging to its last keeper, dated over 100 years ago. The entries described a fierce storm that had taken the keeper's life, but not before he lit the beacon one last time, praying it would guide lost souls to safety. Elias reflected on the unlikely event of the lighthouse illuminating during his darkest hour. He realized that perhaps forces beyond his understanding had guided him when he had lost all hope. Embracing this new belief, Elias repaired the lighthouse and restored its beacon. Each night, he lit the lantern, sending its guiding light across the sea, a symbol of hope and faith for any sailors lost in the storm. Morale of the story: the guiding light shows that in times of deep despair, when our own strength and knowledge aren't enough, faith can serve as a beacon, lighting the way to safety. Elias's journey from doubt to belief demonstrates that divine guidance often appears when we least expect it, offering hope and direction during life's most challenging moments. This story encourages us to stay open to the possibility of higher forces at work, especially when facing overwhelming challenges. It suggests that accepting and embracing faith can lead to personal growth, resilience, and a sense of purpose beyond oneself.